let go. You bring out the worst in me. Anxiety, it haunts my heart till I can't breathe. But all I want and all I need is a holy devastation. Holy forever, holy, holy, holy forever, holy, holy, holy together. Is this the end you made for me? Take my heart and make me believe again. 'Cause without you I could never win. Who am I to think that I can do this on my own? You bring out the worst in me. Anxiety, it haunts my heart till I can't breathe. But all I want and all I need is a holy devastation.
Welcome in to a Saturday edition of Campfire Talks. Thank you, Cosmic, for the raid.
Of course, man.
We got Jorba, Reality Pocket, 1A Gaming, and we got Cindy over on YouTube. I need to check the other ones. This is the first time I'm like really focusing on multi-streaming to make sure I didn't miss anyone.
Yeah.
So we're streaming on VP Zone, Blaze, Twitch, and YouTube. I knew I was forgetting one of them. And for some reason, the other two streaming platforms, Rumble Studio does not pick up the chat for. So we'll see how that goes. As always, guys, if you want to support me, you know I'm always drinking it. Forgiven. The link's in the chat. I think Rumblebot's already posted it a couple times. If you click on the link and you buy something, it supports me. I get 10% back. You could also go to thingsofholding.com and purchase some magnets, which I have over here. One is my old school logo, so you can actually see it. The other one is our Discord logo, which Leanne actually colored herself. She wanted to make it pop a little bit more. And then last but not least, I have my merch store on Fourth Wall. So if you want to go check that out and support me, that'd be greatly appreciated. Um, and as you can tell, I have a awesome guest tonight who was just on the front page. What's up, Cosmic? How you doing, my friend?
Pretty good, man. How are you?
Doing good, man. I don't know if I ever told you this. The interview that we did with you the first time is what changed how we did Campfire Talks.
Oh, okay.
So before,
did I do something wrong to make you change it, or
no, we, in a good way. We normally had a topic and then involved the guest in our discussion. And your story of growing up fighting for your life was, and I mean that literally. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. It was an awesome interview. Kind of shifted the way that we interview people. I was like, we should be more like getting to know our guests instead of just getting opinions on a random topic.
I see. Okay. I do get a little personal. For some reason, every time I take the sunglasses and denim vest off, it's like the personal comes out, so my bad if I trauma dumped you there.
Nah, dude, it was great. I loved it. It was is somebody over on Twitch? Did I just see that? Okay. AI viewers streambot.com. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Gonna delete that one. Great first message on Twitch. Doing the platform good. But yeah, it was if I remember correctly, you coming on was like one of the first times you ever really talked out of character. Is that correct?
Might have been the second time.
Okay.
First time was on midnight stream. We were doing some paranormal stuff. But then you got me the second time. So
what's up, man?
Besides
Great
that,
to see you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, you're good. I think I've only been in 3 podcasts. Yours, Midnight's paranormal stuff. I forgot the name of it. And Daramouth or Daramuth. I don't know how to say his name.
Daramuth, yeah.
Daramuth. And that's it.
Well, I feel honored to be one of the 3.
Of course, man. You've been a cool dude since day one.
Yeah. I just normal, I guess.
Normal.
I don't try to put
normal.
And I don't take this the wrong way. I don't try to like put on a persona. I'm just me.
Yeah.
And I'm more talking about the people that like try to, how do I put this nicely? Amp up their character and be like very excitable and stuff like that. And it comes across fake. Whereas yours, you're actually playing a character and it's just entertainment.
Right. Yeah. That's what it's all about. And some people don't understand that. It's for some reason, because I had this issue like 2 years ago on YouTube. People were like, why do you dress this way? And why do you say the jokes that you say and say the things that you say? So I had to make a long post about it and say, guys, you watch Denzel Washington, he kills cops in Training Day, but in real life, he's a really nice, humble dude. He talks about God, and it's like, you don't say, oh, Denzel Washington kills cops. No, it's part of the character. So for some reason, people even today don't understand that you can just play a character while streaming. You don't have to, it doesn't mean that's who I am. Like, I don't go out there walking with a denim vest and sunglasses. Come on.
I mean, you should, but I'm just kidding.
I don't know about that. I mean, I did it for DreamHack for that streamer event. I felt ridiculous. I was so embarrassed. I was like, what am I doing?
You're just showing off your tats. That's all you're doing.
It was bad. I was so embarrassed. Jorba was like, dude, just rock it, man. Rock it. And I'm like, okay.
I was about to say, the only person that was probably embarrassing to was probably yourself. I figured that out. Most people have fun with it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
What's up, Katie? Great to see you, my friend. And Cindy, our guest tonight is CosmicVanDenim. He is a stream. Do you multi-stream?
Yes, YouTube and Rumble now.
Okay. He was on. I saw it the other day. It popped back up when I was trying to look for something. That was like almost a year ago, wasn't it? When I first had you come on.
Yeah, about a year ago, almost.
Um, yeah, we just recently surpassed the milestone that you set of the most watched video that I had. Your
Okay.
episode was the most watched, and then Pastor
Really?
Baggins somehow
Wow.
shot past it in a day. I was blown away, but uh, we were on one. Cindy says hi, Cosmic. She's over on YouTube.
Cindy. Okay. Hi, Cindy.
No, I'm just talking to my third personality over here. Uh, but yeah, we were talking about so many things, and then he got into his testimony of how he came to Christ, and I don't know, there was something moving on that episode. It was a blessing. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you, I didn't know if I ever mentioned that to you. I know that we follow each other on like everything now, but it seems like
Yeah.
every time I get caught back up with one friend, it's like, oh, I haven't talked to this other person in like 4 months. I need to say something.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
you took a little hiatus from streaming, didn't you?
I did. I did. I think it was shortly after our podcast last year.
Mhm.
My life just did a complete 180. Separation, not seeing my kids too much, and I moved to a different town. Kept the same job, but I was trying to get a different job. A lot of changes. And some of it was my fault too. Like I wasn't really focused on. I was putting too much focus in things that I wanted to achieve rather than maintaining a healthy balance at home.
Mhm.
And that focus, yeah, it made me neglect relationships and all that stuff because I was just, because I'm one of those people that once I do something, I lock in and I just go hard
Mhm.
at it. And I'm very focused. I'm very, very focused. And unfortunately, that caught up to me. Yeah, it completely changed my life, and it was not fun. A lot of lonely moments, new environment, but I'm doing a lot better now. Um, but every time I tried to come back and do streaming again, I couldn't do it. Even though I was in character,
Mhm.
my performance wasn't where I wanted it to be because I was affected emotionally by a lot of things. So
Yeah.
I would just take a break, come back a few months later, take another break because I just noticed I wasn't myself. So
Yes, that
yeah,
is
a lot of
him.
changes.
Cindy, she found your YouTube channel. I didn't even have to go find
Okay.
it for her. Uh, but yeah, that's definitely his. What's up, Hernandez? Great to see you, my friend. So many awesome people in the chat today. But yeah, I'm the same way. Like there was like a 3-month period where I was sick for. I mean, I thought it was just a cold, and then turned into the flu, but it got pretty bad. That's when I got bronchitis, a respiratory infection, and
Oh,
a sinus infection all at the same time. So that was a fun time. But
that was rough.
oh, Katie, you didn't have to do that, my friend. Thank you so much. Now y'all can spam some Mothman emotes. I appreciate the 5 gifted, my friend.
There you go, Katie. Thank you. Thank you.
What's up, Maggie? Great to see you as well. But there's been streams where I'm really not feeling it, and like stuff going on outside. Like there was one, we had literally just lost a goat. Sorry, that was loud in my ear. Kind of caught me off guard. All the alerts are going off. But we
Oh,
had
okay.
literally just lost a goat right before we went on stream, and by lost I mean it died. And
Okay.
it was one of my favorite goats, so that was an emotional wreck for me, and I just kind of had to put it off in the back of my mind and keep going forward.
Yeah.
But I can definitely get that because mine was a temporary setback where yours is becoming accustomed to a whole new life, essentially.
Yeah. I feel like I sound so dramatic.
No,
everything.
you're not. That's not dramatic. It's a really big change, and
Yeah.
I'm sure that nobody blames you for taking time to yourself. Um, I've had
Yeah.
I've had conversations with other streamers where they're like, I need to stream tonight, but I don't feel good. I like, oh, this is going on. It's like, take time off. Like, just take a day. Your community
Yeah.
will understand, if they're actually like friends, like, you and I. If you
Mhm.
don't stream because you're not feeling good, I'm going to be praying that you're feeling good, and see you the next time that you're on.
Yep. Yeah, that does happen. I think what goes on in a lot of people's minds when they think about taking a break is there anybody going to be there when I come back? Is everybody going to be gone? Are they going to forget about me? That's the thing that I think we all feel. Even me, and now I took such a long break that actually did happen. I think I've lost maybe 30% of my viewership. A lot of people still don't know that I'm back. And then once I started multi-streaming, that did split my audience. So before I was on Rumble, I was on YouTube, and that was all my audience there. And I moved a lot of them over to Rumble. But they didn't like certain things about it. I think it was just ads. I think that's everybody's biggest complaints is the ads.
Yeah,
But
the
anyways,
ads are terrible.
yeah. But then again, I mean, it's bad on YouTube too, and Twitch. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
I understand. It's a business. They got to do what they got to do. But once I opened up multi-streaming, then I noticed those people weren't coming over to Rumble anymore. They went back to YouTube. So, I mean, they're going to choose the platform, like the platform that they prefer. And that's okay. So I felt bad forcing people to all come over to Rumble. A lot of them did, but I felt bad doing that. So I gave him the option. Hey, you can watch me here, watch me there. So that did like split my numbers a little bit on Rumble ever since I multi-streamed.
Yeah, I was about to say I definitely didn't forget about you. I reached out twice while you were on
did,
break.
yeah, yeah, you did several times. Yeah,
And I bugged Jorba a bunch. I bug him about a lot of people from the tribe actually. Like I bugged him about Solid, and I bugged him about Zarek. I was just like, I haven't seen either of them in a while. Are they all right?
yeah.
But,
Yeah, I do check on them too. I don't know them too much, but I do ask Jorba like how are they doing, and they all got lives too, a lot of stuff going on, so that happens. Life happens.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned with the job that I'm interviewing for a job that's like a hybrid in a city that's about 2 hours away from me. So it would be a couple days on, a couple days working from home. And just like the amount of work I'm probably going to have to do, because like the responsibilities of my job are like right here. For this other job, they're like up here. So I'm a little concerned that might throw a wrench into the works there for a little while trying to figure that out. But
Right.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, take it a day at a time. I'm one of those that I live in the future in my mind. So I have a hard time enjoying the moment and staying present. And that's one of the things that affected my relationship too, was not being present. Because I'm always planning, I'm always thinking ahead, but I don't know how to stop that. I'm working on it. That can cause a lot of anxiety to always think of the future. I started going to therapy in March. I'm still doing therapy. It's been amazing. Made me realize a lot of things about myself. And that's one of the things my therapist said. He said, a lot of your anxiety comes from living in the future. You need to just go by the moment. Focus on the now. Enjoy the now as much as you can. And you cross those bridges when you get there, just like you said.
Yeah, I'm the type, I have both feet in the water. Or both feet planted on either side. I'm either completely winging it and have no idea what I'm doing, or I've got like 17 different contingencies in my head. There is no in between.
Yeah.
I either overplan or I'm just completely spontaneous. I was like, let's go do this now.
Yep.
The second
Yeah,
drives my wife crazy. She's like she's the type that likes to have a plan. I'm just like I can just go by a whim and plan out a whole day.
yeah. I'm a plan guy. I definitely am. But lately in life, I've been trying to be a little bit more spontaneous. I said, you know what, just let's just do it. Let's just go. Let me do this. Even if I do it alone, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Um, so I did a lot of things that didn't really do. Like I would go on a lot of walks. I would go to rivers. I would go swimming. Even by myself, it was weird. Even just going to a coffee by myself felt so weird. I've always had company.
Mhm.
And then people look at you like, why is this guy sitting there drinking his coffee alone? I remember writing down at a coffee shop. I placed my order, went to sit down, and I'm just writing down on a book. I can't remember what it was. Um, the server came, gave me my coffee, gave me my food, and he just stood there looking at me and then trying to see what I was writing. And it was a guy, and I was like, what do you want? Like, you want a tip or something? Like I'll leave it on the table. But it was I don't know. I think when people see a guy out there sitting or doing things by himself, it can come across as kind of awkward, and then you feel it, or maybe it's just in my mind. Uh, but I definitely felt something. I was like, yeah, this is kind of weird.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of our insecurities are all just in our mind. Like, I forget who I was talking to, but the oh crap, who was it? I was talking to one of my friends, and they were just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Like, so many people are probably like pointing out this, or that." I was just like, I didn't even see anything of what you just pointed out, like what that person perceived as like flaws or whatever. I was like, I was just enjoying the company. I was like, you're probably the only one that actually noticed those things.
Yeah, that
I
is
was like,
very true. That is very true.
and all those other people are like the person that we were talking about before the stream who are just beeholes. I'll PG it up. So their opinion shouldn't
Yeah,
matter anyways. But
that's right. That's right.
what was your biggest takeaway from taking a hiatus?
Man, I learned so much, man. It's hard to say the biggest one because it's been so transformative to me. Um, this hiatus, I mean, it definitely calmed me down a lot. Um, I wasn't focusing on streaming or numbers or anything like that. I wasn't focusing on growing. I was just focusing on myself internally.
Mhm.
I was working out a lot. Like I would literally just right there on in front of that mirror, I will have my Bible and I'll have two pairs of dumbbells and I would read the Bible while working out. And I did that every single day. And very lonely moments, but it was very healing to me. I got in great shape, even better than before.
Is that
But
possible?
I was, oh yeah, yeah. Believe it or not, I could lose a few pounds.
I'm the same way.
But
trust me.
man, I realize I think completely differently now than how I used to. I used to think I was very black and white thinking, where it was like almost inhumane. Like, okay, if you did this, then that's wrong, and if you did this, this is right. It didn't leave any gray areas or room for error or room to be a human being and make mistakes. So I was very harsh on ex-girlfriend and stuff. She made some mistakes and I took it a little too harsh. And I'm also an avoidant personality. If I don't like something, I push away, I get away. And I've been learning to work with all that. If I feel like leaving away, I've realized, and this is through therapy, is ignore that feeling. Those feelings are kind of like a train in a subway. If you're sitting down waiting for that subway, here comes this train. and it's all negative emotions. It's heartbreak, it's anxiety, it's all these feelings. Don't get on that train. Just let it pass. Um, I was somebody for all my life to get on that train and just reminisce on the negative for so long, and it would just cause all these bad feelings internally. So I've learned to process everything internally and just be like, okay, I'm feeling this. I'll just let it pass. I'm not going to react. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to say any harsh words. Just let it pass. I'm going to feel it, accept it, let it go. Uh, so it's like I said, I'm trying to find what the biggest takeaway is from the hiatus, because there's just been so much change within me internally. It all added to who I am right now and who I am becoming. And I'm happy and I'm proud of who I'm becoming, because it took dropping pride. I didn't start therapy sooner because I was prideful. I thought I got it all figured out. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm saying. And my reactions are valid. My reactions are not valid. My That's the truth. The reactions only make things worse. So at the end of the day, choosing love, choosing peace is the way to not ruin relationships or friendships and stuff. And I wish I
Yeah.
would have learned that sooner. So,
Yeah, that's been a journey I've been on myself. Is I've been in that exact situation where I'm the type of person that when something happens and my brain decides that I'm done with the situation, it loses all momentum in my brain. Like it might as well not even exist. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the perfect example was the coffee company that we started with our friends. We had a bunch of disagreements on how the company should be ran between the five of us, and especially me and my friend Alex kept on butting heads. And it got to a point where I was just like they did a bunch of stuff without even consulting us, and there was just a whole bunch that I don't want to get into. In my brain, I was just like, all right, I'm done. Like we had a certain
Yeah.
event where it all kind of blew up because he was focused on making a profit while we were trying to do it for charity and
Right.
for a humane society. It wasn't like a big, huge deal, but we just butted heads, and there was a point where my brain's just like, all right, I'm done. And then I just tuned out.
Yeah.
Like I was physically still there for a little while, but mentally I had checked out. So
Yeah.
that's
It's
something I've had to
sometimes,
learn how to work past.
yeah, sometimes you got to, if there's no accountability on the other person, if they just keep doing the same thing and it's wrong, and there's nothing you can do. All you can do is control your reaction, move past it. That doesn't mean you have to be okay with it.
Yep.
Um,
Well,
so
there's a funny ending to that story. So we're right in the midst of having this like big, huge fallout, and I went to a Bible study, and we were studying what it actually means to love thy neighbor. And in this case, it is literally my neighbor. And God convicted me, and it was just like, you got to make this right. And I had that thought. I was just like, but I'm not the one that did something wrong in my mind. I
right.
wasn't perfect in this situation either, but I was like, I'm not the one that messed up. And God's like, it doesn't matter if you messed up or not. You have to make the situation right. I was like, all right,
Yeah. Yeah.
let me swallow my pride real quick, and then we'll go have a conversation. I ended up that night sending them a real long text because they were out of town. I was just like, hey, I know we had our differences. I'm summarizing a lot. It's like, I know we had our differences, and we butted heads, and that we're leaving the company, but I just want you to know, like, I still love you as a friend. Like, you are a brother. And ended up patching that whole situation up, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. Why didn't I do that to
Yeah.
start with?
Yeah. Because that's the thing about forgiveness. It's not for them, it's for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird how that works. even if you know you're not the one at fault or the one that started. I've forgiven people who never asked to be forgiven,
Hmm.
never said sorry, but I forgave them because it was for me. So it's almost like a little selfish, but I learned to let go. It was like, you know what? You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. I forgive you. And sometimes they come around, sometimes they don't. Most of the time they do come around,
Hmm. Well, I mean,
but that
if
all
you're being the,
depends.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, no, you're good. It's fine. Go ahead.
I was going to say it all depends on, their character. If they see you reaching out at olive branch, you have two options. You can either grab a hold and, reconcile, or you can. It's kind of like I watched a video earlier of what it actually means to pay taxes. Like if you offer to pay a certain amount and they deny it, that still for you counts as paying.
Hmm.
It's a whole, there's complications to that, but you get the gist of what I'm
Right.
saying. Is you reached out, so you did your part. They're correct up until they deny that and
Hmm.
choose not to also forgive. So you kind of put the
Right.
ball in their court. You do what you do, and if they take it, that's awesome. If not, okay, I did my part.
Yep. Exactly. You did your part. That's what matters. Uh, yeah. It's I've had to, man, it's weird ever since I started on Rumble because it's happened with other, like, other creators as well. We've had a fallout over some little thing and misunderstandings, and
Mhm.
even though I wasn't at fault, I said, you know what, I forgive you. That doesn't mean we've reconciled or we became friends again. I just said, hey, I forgive you, but at the end of the day, internally, that's for me.
Mhm.
And there's just a weight that you drop from doing that.
Yeah, I
Um,
always refer to it like you have an anchor tied to you. That is what
yeah,
you're holding on to, and as soon as you forgive, you're just cutting loose. That's the best feeling
exactly.
ever.
Yeah, then dude, man, I'm somebody that have a lot of issues. Okay, so
Hey, you're preaching
and
to the
by a lot of
choir.
yeah, it's like by issues, I mean, like it's all human stuff, right? But
Mhm.
it's like I've held on to things from 15 years ago. Like I was still getting upset last year from something that happened 15 years ago with somebody else.
Mhm.
Just mad that this person did this and never apologized, didn't own up to their mistakes. Sometimes just hearing an apology fixes so much.
Mhm.
I mean, I will accept anybody's apology, and that'll fix a lot of things. Um, but even when they don't want to apologize, I'll say, you know what, I forgive you, and that's it. And that's something I've been practicing a lot over the past, year or so. I just, from being a distant guy, how do you say, avoidant,
Mhm.
holding on to things for a very long time. Trying to think of what other issues I got. Being hyper focused on something and not leaving room for personal relationships.
Mhm.
Um, you know,
I
there's
feel
been a
like
lot of
as
changes.
content creators, we that's a problem that we all have is, we get hyper
Mhm.
focused on something. Like I'm sure it, well, it's been a year. So, the set and like my entire stream setup has changed. And Mischief, my fiance or now wife, can tell you I got hyper focused on trying to make everything look good and work right.
Yeah,
Um, and I neglected a lot in those times, and I feel like that's a theme I've heard because I've heard it from multiple other content creators behind the scene. Um,
yeah,
of
y-
sometimes you get a project and you're just so hyper focused on it that you kind of forget to live.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad I'm not one alone on that. um,
What's up,
it's
Wild
just
Arms? Welcome in.
I think we all want to do good. We all want to achieve. and we all want to do well, and
Mhm.
that drives us to keep moving and keep going. And but yeah, we all gotta find that balance. Maybe once a week, take your lady out for a date. Make sure she knows that she's appreciated. Your kids, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, we just took a 7-hour road trip today to somebody bought one of our dogs, and we ended up turning it into going to a bunch of different stores that she wanted to go to see. So
Wow. Yeah, there you go. She enjoyed that, huh?
yeah, we drove to I don't know if Kate's in here yet or not. She might be over on Meg's stream. I just saw that she's streaming. But
Okay.
I went from I'm going to try not to flip people off. So state of West Virginia, you have Panhandle like up here. I live like around this area. We drove all the way up to here.
Wow.
We went back to my alma mater to go hang out for a little bit.
Wow. What? So you're in West Virginia?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I remember you telling me that. Man.
Yeah, because I
That's
still
a
need to come
rough-
down
Hello
to.
there.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Synthrax. That is an awesome name.
Synthrax. Oh, I know Synthrax.
Oh, speaking of follows, I talked to Jorba about this. I hit 500 on Wednesday.
Oh, there you go, man.
Yeah, big milestone. And the first thing I did was thank all the people that helped me. Like I said,
Yeah,
Kev,
congratulations,
Maggie, Jorba, Mischief, Nerd. Who's it? Free. I sent it to pretty much and a couple of my dedicated followers. Is like I want to talk to you all first before I do like an announcement for it, because I wouldn't be where I'm at without most of those people. Welcome in, Synthrax. That's going to trip me up all day.
Yeah, Synthrax.
Gotta enunciate.
yeah. It was hard for me at first, but then once I separated the words, I was like, "Oh, okay, that's not that bad."
Yeah. ADHD brain
Yeah,
doesn't
it's,
work right, I guess.
No,
But-
dude, West Virginia, man, I got some horror stories about that state.
Oof. It's funny that you mentioned that. I watched a video. One of my favorite things to put on in the background when I'm at work is like iceberg videos where they just like break down like various levels of like a subject. And one of them was like disturbing stories from Appalachia, like the mountains, and I'd say 80% of them took place in West Virginia. I was like, oh, that looks bad. Like there's a bunch of cryptids and stuff. I was like, cool. That's a great look for us.
Yeah.
But all right, give me one horror story that you've had from West Virginia. I'm genuinely curious.
Oh man. Okay, so this is 2017. I was a truck driver over the road, running all the Northeast year round, wintertime, everything. Been to like 32 different states, no problem. You know, New York City, upstate New York, all that, Maine.
I don't like the fact that you had to clarify with no problem.
I do have to, because like people talk about New York City, trucking over there, how hard that must be, and it sucks. But West Virginia is the one state that I said to my fleet manager, which is the guy that dispatches you and tells you where to go. I told him, don't ever send me back to West Virginia, ever. Like, I don't want to come back here again. And it's all because of this one story where I went to this town, and I cannot remember the name. I want to find it one day and let you know. But this town, I'm driving through mountains. You know, there's a lot of mountains and hills up there in West Virginia. And I'm just driving through mountains. The speed limit says 50, but if I went over 20, I would flip that truck down a cliff. I mean, it was...
You're describing most places in West Virginia.
Yeah, those speed limits were not right.
They're meant for cars, not trucks.
Yeah, they're meant for cars, exactly. So I follow my notes, I follow my GPS, it takes me to my destination, and I end up in this little town in the middle of nowhere. And there was something off about it. It felt like I just went to Centralia, to like Silent Hill.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, it was abandoned. There was like every house, every hotel, every business, it was all abandoned. No cars were driving through there. It was pitch black. At night, it was nighttime, so it was pitch black, no lights anywhere. There was only one gas station with lights on. My notes say that I'm at the right spot, so I park over there. And before I go to sleep, I like to either read a book or go for a walk or something. So I parked the truck. I'm like, okay, I'm in the right place. I look around. I was like, man, this town is really creepy. I kind of like it. Let me go explore. So I get out of the truck. I start walking around. Everything is broken, abandoned. There's this one really scary hotel, really tall hotel, or yeah, it was like a hotel. The doors were barred off with plywood. Windows were busted. Graffiti on the outside of the building. And I'm just trying to think like the stories. What happened to this building? Like this building went through a lot.
Hmm.
Um, so Cosmic going to the graveyard to find a golf girl. That would be the place. That would be I didn't find her, but I was looking.
I was about to say, I hope you know I'm running through the Rolodex of towns. I'm thinking you're either in Logan County or Mingo County by your descriptions.
We'll have to link up and find it. We gotta find this place. We gotta find it. Uh, and I'm like, man, this place is completely abandoned. It was so quiet, pitch black. No cars were driving through there. So I felt like I was in a whole nother dimension. I literally felt like I just went through Silent Hill. I could never come out,
Mhm.
which adds to the story later on. So, so I was like, okay, cool, scary place. Let me go back in the truck, go to sleep. Went to sleep, wake up the next morning. There's a few cars passing, but nothing crazy. I grab my phone to contact the customer to let him know, hey, I'm here. No phone reception. And then the trucks also have a GPS system with a screen. No phone reception on there. No reception on there either. So I'm like, okay, not sure what to do now. So I went to the gas station.
I can't get it to focus,
Um,
but I have no reception in here.
Really? So I went to the gas station. I said, hey, do you guys have like a landline? I need to call a customer. I'm a truck driver. Can I use your phone? They said, yeah. So I did use the phone, call the customer. They said, okay, you're at the spot we normally meet at, but today we need you to go somewhere else. So they gave me directions. I wrote the directions down. I get in my truck and I start driving. And I just start going uphill through mountains. It starts getting really curvy. Eventually, I go so far up this one mountain, I get pinned between the mountain and the guardrail on one side. So mountains over here, guardrails over here. And I couldn't move because it was a really tight turn. So if I backed up, I went down a cliff. And if I went forward, I would completely just get stuck on the mountain. So I just stopped. I was like, okay, I'm done here. This is it. I'm gonna die today. This is it. So I parked the truck on that hill. It was uphill. I'm telling people are coming from behind on the truck. They're going behind the truck, and I tell this lady, hey, would you mind getting out of your car and helping me to not go down this cliff? I need to back up a little bit. She looked at me like she didn't know what language I was talking, like I was speaking. So
why'd you speak to her in Spanish?
well, I mean, I tried. I know 3 languages. I tried all three. It didn't work. So she just looked at me like, I'm not getting out of this car.
You gotta speak backwoods.
Yeah, I don't do that one. I've tried English, Spanish, Russian. None of them worked. But so I was like, damn, I'm screwed. So cars are now piling up behind me. Cars are piling up in front of me. Nobody could go because I'm just wedged there. So I'm stuck there for 3 hours.
Oh my
The
goodness.
the customer finally finds me, and they get out of their pickup truck. They say, hey, we're gonna tell everybody to back up. Just follow us. I said, okay. So they do. They make everybody move. I follow them. And we just keep going uphill and uphill and uphill. And we ended up on this church in the middle of nowhere on this mountain. And I offload my product there. And I'm like, okay, I need to get the hell out of here. I don't want to do this again. So I go down the hill, but because I got no reception, all I can do is remember the way I came. So I went down that mountain and I end up in the same place where I started, that creepy town in the middle of nowhere. So I said, okay, let me look at my atlas map. It's a big book. And let me figure this out. But if I'm honest with you, I don't know how to read an atlas map. I'm a GPS guy. So I said, all right, let me try this road. So I started driving the truck. I go take
That's
this
a
road.
dangerous
and I just
territory
start-
is to pick a road at random.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I learned that day. So I take a road and I'm just going. It's windy, and for some weird reason, it takes me right back to the same town that I was already in. I'm like, okay, that was really weird. Let me take this other road. So I go and I go left instead, and I start going windy again, and then boom, right back to the same town. And I'm like, no freaking way.
Groundhog
So
Day.
I said,
man.
okay, yeah. So I say, all right, let me turn around and go straight. So I turn around, went straight, and I go for like 5 miles, and somehow that third road put me back in the same place, in the same creepy town. That's 3 different roads leading back to the same town. So it's like, I don't know what's happening. So then I turned around and I made a left behind me. So now I went right and left this way, and then I went right and left that way. All roads led back to the same town. So I was like, I'm freaking out. I this is it. I'm gonna die. Today's the day. So twice that day I already said I'm gonna die. This is it. This is how it ends.
Mhm.
There's no escaping Silent Hill. Yeah.
Definitely not.
Oh yeah, that was really weird. So I was like, okay, 4 different roads. There's one more road. I'm gonna take this one other road. So I took that road. I started going. I go 30 minutes, and I'm like, okay, I'm going 30 minutes out. I am somewhere else now. And then all of a sudden, I see the same sign for the same town, and I'm back in the same place again.
I would have just
So-
accepted my fate at that point. I'd be like, I'm here. Where do I move
Yeah.
into? He says Pyramid Head
So-
going to get you, or maybe Meth Head. Meth Head would be more likely
Method.
because I'm pretty sure you're talking about out in Logan, because there was a mountain I worked on that had like very steep switchback curves, and it's just straight vertical on one side, and at the top of it is a church.
Yeah. Okay. Mountain Logan. We need to find this place. It's weird.
Or there might be Mingo County. Where was Buffalo Mountain?
So I tried 5 different roads, took me back to the same spot. I finally went back to one of the roads that I already took, and I just decided to stop at a church. I still got no phone reception, but I had a CB radio on the truck. So I started just calling for other truck drivers. I said, hey, if there's any other truck drivers out there, I need help. I'm stuck in this town. Every road takes me to the same place. I need to get out of here. And I kept calling, and for like 30 minutes, I kept calling, no answer. Finally, somebody answers. Excuse me. And they said, hey, where are you at? And I said, hey, I'm at this church. I've been lost here. It's been like 7 hours already. I can't get out of this town, and I got no phone reception, nothing. So he says, okay, I'm coming up to that church right now. When I tell you, I need you to get on the road, and I'll be following behind you, and I'll help you get out of here. So I said, okay. So about 3 minutes pass. He says, okay, get on the road now. I get on the road, and then I see this dump truck following behind. And he guides me for about 45 minutes. He's guiding me out of there. Okay, go straight, turn left, turn right, go straight, turn left. Okay, make a U-turn here. Go straight, turn left. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm drawing like a Rubik's Cube. I'm like, what's happening? Like, there's just so many turns and U-turns. I don't know what's happening. But 45 minutes into it, we finally get out of there. I get phone reception, and I thank that man. I said, dude, can you pull over? I will give you $300 right now for helping me out. He said, no, man, I make good money too. Keep going. You have a good day. So
I was about to say, I've actually got a funny story for you about West Virginia roads.
Yeah, that was a nightmare. So by the time the whole ordeal was done, it had already been 11 hours from the moment I started that day to getting out of that town.
That's wild.
11 hours. Yeah,
Um,
it was not fun.
so I was working. I used to work on natural gas sites all the time, like the actual pads, and we were working on this one that was like very particularly out in the middle of nowhere, like the type that we're on top of a mountain and I have to like stand in a certain position facing a certain way to get any sort of cell service. And I was trying to find food near me because I'm not familiar with the area. It was my first day out there. And I was driving a jacked up F-350, like it was actually lifted because it's meant to go out to oil rigs and stuff. And I see on Google, I got maps to load enough to tell me where the town was and how to get there. Because getting up to the actual pad, it's just nothing but dirt roads going up a side of a mountain. And I see this road that's on GPS, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go down this road. I'm starting to go down this road, and it's pretty rough. Like it's nothing but rock, and I don't mean like gravel. I mean like actual rock. And all of a sudden, there's this massive like divide in the center that's running along with the road. And pretty quickly, I learned I'm driving down a dried up creek bed, not an actual road.
What?
And
Wow.
I got all the way down to the bottom, which I mean, there was times it was like perilous trying to go down there. Like I was crawling. I got all the way down to the bottom, and my truck was in a stream.
Wow.
And GPS was saying it was a road. I was just like, I see the road that I'm supposed to go to, but I can't get up there because there is a massive bank for me to drive up the side of. So I had to
Oh my
drive
God.
all the way back up and go get cell service and try to find an actual road.
That's crazy.
What's
You
up,
know,
Dregs or D Gregs?
if the love of my life lives in West Virginia, I will never meet her because I'll never go there again.
You got to come out to the farm sometime. You'd love it up here, actually. All of our roads are mostly straight until you get past me.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's a nightmare, man.
Dude, once you
That's
go
a
past me, you go up to the top. So coming up to my house, you go up the side of a mountain. Then there's like a little valley, and we live in the valley, and then it goes up another mountain. And once you crest the other top of the mountain, it is literally like switchbacks going all the way down. And then you get some straight
Whoa.
stretch, and then you start going back up the mountain and switchbacks all over again. Syntrax says you could get yourself a goth Billy woman in West Virginia, though, Cosmic. True.
Oh my God. I don't know about that. Goth Billy, that don't sound right.
Goth Billy's the only way.
I've never seen one. I don't know what they look like. Like, do they wear spiky boots and a cowgirl hat, or do they wear cowgirl boots and no hat? I don't know how that look. I don't know what that looks like.
Depends on the day. The ones I've seen, normally, if they're wearing a cowgirl outfit, everything's black. Like from boots to cowgirl hat.
So it's like cowboy attire, but it's all black. So it's like she plays too much Red Dead Redemption a little bit.
Yeah, or she's trying to
Kind
look like who's the guy from Yellowstone?
of.
Rip. Is that his name?
Rip.
He's always
Is
wearing
that
black.
That's the guy that has like his girlfriend. I don't know. I haven't seen the show, but
I've only seen
his
clips.
wife
So-
or girlfriend is like blonde or something,
yeah, that one.
and they have like this tough love for each other.
I know exactly
don't know.
what clip you're talking about in your head. Yes, that's
I-
the one I'm
I-
talking about.
I cannot put up with a woman like that. I'll be honest. Nah, I like my peace.
Yeah.
She's too
but-
strong for me.
I do still, I've been trying to get free time, and I either have all the free time and none of the money to come down to Tennessee, or I have the money but no free time. Hey, speaking of Tennessee, there's Kevin, two super rad dudes right here.
Yo,
Thank you, Kev.
He lives
But-
like 3 miles away from me.
I know, because I need to come down.
Yeah.
We'll do an IRL campfire talks and hang out. I just gotta
Yep.
free up
You
some
know,
time.
Kev helped me put up all of my furniture. Like he was here with Jorba. They helped me put everything up. So I appreciate you guys, really. But yeah, that couch, I got stuff in the bedroom, like a whole like a bookshelf
Dungeon.
and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I felt so bad. No, well, not, that's in the bathroom, but yeah. Uh, and Kev, I felt so bad. I said, Kev, like, man, this is a whole puzzle to put up this bookshelf. Like, just forget it. I'll do it some other day. He's like, no, man, I like playing Legos, man. I'm having fun. And I'm like,
He
you're having
literally just said,
fun?
"I love putting together furniture."
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not.
yeah.
I
I was
like to
like,
make it a challenge. I don't like to look at the instructions and then just try to figure it out, which drives my wife
oh,
absolutely nuts.
yeah. I learned real quick to always read the instructions. My first job was Hobby Lobby, so I had to put up furniture. I put so many stuff backwards,
Mhm.
and the people were like,
Dude,
trying
that's
to
the
buy it.
worst.
Yeah.
You get all the way to the end, you're like, "Oh, I messed up."
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I
But
was like, yeah, it's leaning that way. What did I do wrong? Oh, the legs don't go there. Oh, okay.
why are the legs coming out the top? That's not right.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. We'll make a plan for winter. Kev says when it gets cold, we're doing a campfire for sure. So I'll be heading
Oh,
down
yeah.
that way winter time. But yeah, dude, West Virginia is a experience for sure. Um, one of the things that really I drove through a lot of small towns going out to meet this family who was adopting our dog. Uh, and one of the things that always drives me nuts is like you can see a town trying to get back to what it used to be, but there's so many like broken down houses and stuff like that. Like there's a bunch of small towns around me that are trying to rebuild themselves. And you like the first thing you see when you come in, you're like, oh, look at this small town. That was actually pretty nice. And then it's like, give it a minute. You keep on driving. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, they still got some
Yeah.
work to do.
Yeah. Um, man, I wish I had some sort of superpower to know what this house or hotel or these locations went through time. Like I've always stopped and I just looked at a building and I'm like, what did you go through? Who lived here? What did they do to you?
Yeah.
Why do you look so beat up right now? What happened?
Dude,
So
all right, then you got to come out here because a lot of the businesses that are ran in the actual town near me are all in like historic buildings. Like we
Mm,
have this awesome Italian restaurant, and they actually you can still see the original wood beams that are holding up the second floor. They're like rough cut lumber.
that's scary.
No, dude, they're that's what's underneath my feet right now. Our house was built in 1927, I think.
Wow.
So you go down
100
into
years
the
ago.
yep. You go down into the basement and you see these big, massive, thick beams that are holding up the floors. It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, that's I mean, to be honest, I trust older houses even though they've been through their fair share of stuff. I
Mhm.
trust older houses more than I do newer houses. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah,
There's just something about the
definitely.
new houses just it
It's
just
because
does
they're
not
mass
seem
produced and
reliable.
cheaply built.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Got it.
Um, but yeah,
Got a
I wouldn't
buddy.
want to live anywhere else. I love this house.
Okay, okay. Man, I don't think I'll ever own a house with this economy. Uh,
Yeah, we got in while the goating was good, I guess.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like everybody is. If you don't have a house, you can't own it unless you want to pay $3,600 a month for a mortgage.
Yeah, my mortgage
Or
is like
if
18. It's like literally
18,
half
oh
that.
yeah.
And
So
that's
you're
gotten high. It started off around 12 or 13.
okay. Yeah, and if you already have a house and you have a low percentage, you're stuck because you're not going to get that again. You're not going to get 1.8% anymore. So
Yeah.
you just stay where you are. So it's tough, man. It's tough.
We like to
I miss
customize too
being a
much, so
kid.
we couldn't.
Yeah.
Dude, I miss being a
I mi-
kid too.
Yeah, I miss being a kid when I said to my mom, "Mom, when I make $100, I'm gonna buy you a house."
If only. Dude, it's
Little did I
crazy how
know.
the amount of money changes as you get older. Like your
Mhm.
perspective of it. Like I remember in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, like you would get the $100 for like what I think you unlock boards or something like that. It was like one of the things that collectibles you got on a run. And I was just like, oh, I'm rich. I got $100. Dude, if you go to the grocery stores, you can't even get a full thing of groceries for $100.
Yeah, yeah, very true. I mean, I just went to Walmart to buy kids like school products, and it was like four notebooks and a couple pencils, some markers and whatever. $97. There was only like 9 items.
Yeah.
I was like, what's happening? Yeah, it was crazy.
Dude, I bought like Fresh Pet, the like big rolls that you can get for your dogs for like what instead of getting like just a bunch of cans for canned food. You know what
Hmm.
I'm talking about? I got two of those. I got a drink, I picked up a pop, and I got chicken tenders and uh some chicken noodle soup because Lauren's not feeling good. I got the 3 cans of that. It was like $100. I was like, what in the
Wow.
world?
Yeah, yeah.
Blew my
I don't
mind.
know. I did this thing called the OMAD diet. You ever heard of that?
No,
One
I
meal a
haven't.
day.
1 meal a
Um,
day.
yeah, OMAD, OMAD, 1 meal a day. Um, that saved me a lot of money. I was hungry, but it saved me a lot of money.
I'm sure
So I
that
feel
puts
like
you in a
that's
calorie deficit for sure.
oh for sure, yeah, dude. I lost like 53 pounds in 2.5 months. I got ripped. I was ripped,
Might have to do
but
that.
yeah, but I mean, it's hard to because that hangry feeling. That's a very real thing. Being hangry.
Oh yeah. Lauren gets hangry
Um,
all the time. I was just like, are you just hungry? Is that the problem?
yeah, yeah.
It's
I
like, why
mean,
are you mad at me? I don't understand.
that's very true. I found out with I'm not gonna say just women. It happens to men too, but I feel like it's predominantly more true with women, where if they got a little bit of an attitude, they're upset, like unusually upset. They're just
Grab him a
hungry. Just
Snickers.
give them some food. Yeah. Take them to Taco Bell. Let's have a talk after that. Everything is so much better once you feed them. So
It's like
my
gremlins.
ex-girlfriend gained like
Just
50
don't feed them
pounds.
after midnight. Obviously kidding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some flack. Dude, okay, so a bunch of my friends were doing a ladies only stream last night, and I decided to uh troll a little bit, like fun trolling, not like the
Mhm.
other type we were talking about earlier. Um and I can't remember how I brought it up, but I essentially made a joke. I was like, I can't go into the kitchen. And they're like, why not? I was like, because I'm a guy. I'm not allowed in the kitchen. And dude, all of them started like Ritz, Philda
No.
started yelling at me. I was like, yes, that's the exact reaction I wanted.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those things that you don't want to say, but if you, for example, I'm not really good in the kitchen. I do very basic stuff. So I'm
Mhm.
like, I'm gonna leave this to somebody that's more experienced in the kitchen. So it's not because you're a woman, it's just because you're better than me at cooking. So there you go. I'll
I
make
was
the
not
money, you
equipped
do
with
the
those
cooking.
skills.
Yeah, no, no. I was made to go out here, sweat and work 14 hours a day, not to sweat in the kitchen 14 hours a day.
I was about to say I have actually been cooking a lot more lately. Lauren got sick there for a while, so uh, I started cooking all of our meals. I got decent at it for the most part.
Yeah,
I've
I
learned
want to.
that I generally look at the instructions to get a basic gist of what's supposed to happen, and then I just make it the way I want to. And that's
Yeah.
been the best meals I've cooked. Like the ones where I've followed the instructions letter for letter, it hasn't turned out as good as the ones where I'm like, I'm going freehand.
Yeah. I wish I had that confidence, man.
I don't. It's more of I was panicking that I was going to mess up the meal, so I added more stuff. I was like, something's not right.
Yeah. I'm good with directions. You give me directions, boom, I'll make it, I'll do it. But if I try to improvise, I can't do it. Nope, nope.
Um,
Like I knew a girl that she was so good at cooking, it didn't really make sense. It was almost like witchcraft. It was like I would look at the fridge and it's like there's no groceries, there's nothing to cook, and somehow she made it happen, you know. And
doing that dark
I'm
magic.
like, yeah, it's like okay, all you got is water, orange juice, some eggs, and Tide Pods to do laundry later, and then boom, there's spaghetti out of nowhere. It's like what? Where'd this come from?
I'll say throw some holy water on her, see what happens.
Yeah, I should have tried that.
But I do want to ask, what's been your experience after coming, aside from, we talked about your audience splitting, what's been the experience coming back to streaming?
It's been it's a lot slower than last year. I feel like last year I had a lot of traction very, very quick.
Mhm.
Like first month on Rumble, I mean, everybody was there for some reason. I don't know. I guess people just saw it as like, whoa, like this is a little bit different. Like, who is this guy? Whatever. So I
They
think I
came for the
peaked a lot
beer.
of yeah, that's what I hear. That's what they say. But I think I piqued a lot of people's curiosity last year, and they didn't know what I could do. And then once I did that one stream with Rallied, uh, that like blew everybody's minds. I did that collab with him because like the dude's like top tier professional player, like number 10, top 10 best player in the world. So a lot of people did not expect that somebody like me who just started on Rumble a few months ago is streaming with Rallied. And
Mhm.
so that just gave me a lot more traction. But then, life happened and I took a lot of months off, and
Bunch of
I
lotta.
feel like yeah, bunch of lotta. Yeah, yeah. Sorry,
Sounds
English
like
is my
something
second language.
that sounds like something you get at Taco Bell. Yeah, can I get 2 bunch of lattes, please?
Bunch of lottes with extra
Sorry.
chicken.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get you
uh,
sidetracked.
no, you good, you good. I feel like I am almost starting over again. Not
Mhm.
not from zero, but from a much lower number than I used to be. Um, but I'm okay with that. I don't mind starting over and grinding and doing it all over again. I've done it before, like
That's half the
back when
fun,
I was
isn't
on.
it?
It is. There's something weird about starting over that's really fun. It's almost like a new thing to chase.
I kind of figured that's what you were gonna do, when you first took your hiatus because, I don't know if we talked about it on the episode or if it was behind the scenes, but you had talked about when you left YouTube and came to here, you wanted to start over. So I kind of figured that's what you were doing.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to bring most of my YouTube people over, and I think out of I don't know how much I got, like 1,500 subscribers. I think maybe 30 to 50 came over to Rumble. So first stream, I already had people there watching, and people were like, "Who the hell is this guy?" uh, so that didn't feel like it felt like starting over on a new platform. So it felt fresh. Things were a little bit new and different. And I'm somebody that likes learning new things, and uh, so learning a new platform was pretty cool. That was really fun, but it didn't feel quite like starting over because I brought people over with me. But now that some people still don't know that I'm back, it feels like I'm starting over, but not at zero, more like 10 viewers or something. Uh, which for a lot of people, even for myself, to get to 10 viewers, that's a grind. I remember years ago, I streamed for about a year and a half to 2 people. Um, but I didn't blame the algorithm. I didn't blame the platform. I didn't blame anybody else. I blame myself. And I said, I'm not getting any traction because I'm not doing something right, or I'm not good enough or entertaining enough. So I just kept changing and changing and changing until finally something stuck. And boom, just out of nowhere, just people started coming in very quick.
Mhm.
Uh, so now, yeah, like I said, it's been fun to kind of start over, but I can't really say that because I'm not starting over at zero. It's just starting over at a lower number.
Yeah.
And then splitting my
A
audience
reset.
between. Yeah, it's like a reset. Yeah. It's like you loaded into a previous checkpoint in a video game, you know?
That's a good way of looking at
So,
it. I
yeah,
like that.
throwing some throwing some Eisman Gold terminology out there. But I like it because I noticed I was making, some decent money over on Rumble, and my focus was going on numbers and metrics and all this other stuff. And I wasn't really enjoying what I was doing. I was just doing for the numbers. The audience on Rumble is very different from the audience I have on YouTube. The audience I have on YouTube, they love horror games. That's what it gave me a following. On Rumble, they prefer Warzone, FPS games, things that are action, quick paced. So every time I stream a horror game, my YouTube streams are doing good, but my Rumble streams are not. Every time I do Warzone, like today, I don't know if you saw, everybody was there. I got like 5 rates today in 1 hour. And then I got a front page feature. Warzone does good on Rumble, it just doesn't do good on YouTube. So it's a weird split that I'm in right now where I gotta decide, okay, who am I going to cater to today for today's stream? Am I gonna focus on Rumbles? I'm gonna focus on YouTube. So I like doing horror content
I was about to say
because
that's where we met. Was me watching you were playing that Lighthouse game.
oh
Uh,
yeah, oh my
yeah.
gosh, yeah, I
That's
remember.
that's when you thought I was AI when I was being Resbot.
Yeah, dude, you were quick typing. I was like, man, this dude was typing lightning fast. This is a bot. This is a bot.
But
Yeah, I think I made you mod that day too on my
you're
channel.
like, this guy's good. I'm making him a mod.
Yeah, it's like, I
And
like how
now
this guy
here we are.
works.
We're actual friends. So
Yep, yep. But
uh
yeah, I like horror games. The stories, it gives me time to look at the chat and focus on everybody. I can just be a part of the game and interject myself into the game. So horror games are really fun because it gives you time to do other things besides just play the game. I can focus
mhm.
on people in my chat
When you
versus
can
Call of
build a
Duty.
character for yourself, which you can't do when you're doing like a fast action FPS. It's just bang, 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 like as fast as you
Yeah,
can.
exactly. That's really hard to do. I mean, I think Dr. Disrespect is like one of the few people that can do that play
Yeah.
something that's so fast and pay attention to the chat and all that.
I don't know how he does that. There's been times where I'm playing a slow, like Void Train, where every now and then you get shootouts and stuff like that, but it's just craft building and searching. I was just
Mhm.
like, I don't. My chat will be going. I was like, I can't even keep up with that.
Yeah.
D. Greg, thanks for having us tabbed. God bless you, my friend. Much love. Thank you for stopping by. Um, but yeah, I don't know how they do that. That blows my mind.
I think it requires a different kind of mental frequency, Rallied, I just spit on my mic, crap.
Don't do that. It did nothing to you.
Rallied, Rallied, he has an incredible skill to be able to look at the chat and talk to people on 3 different platforms and still do really well in Warzone. I've never seen anything like it. It's crazy. If you ever just lurk on one of his streams, you'll see him. He'll talk to you. He'll talk to other people, and he's just looking at his chat while he's killing 3 people at the same time in Warzone. I was like, how are you doing
Magic.
that? Yeah, it's insane. I've never seen anything like it. So I can't do that, So sometimes if I got a lot of people in my chat when I'm playing Warzone, but there's a lot of action going on, I could be like, hey, I need to lock in, chat. Give me a minute. Let me do what I do, or let me die, And then I'll look at the chat. But horror games, I got time. There's slower pace, there's jump scares, and I don't play horror games outside of streaming because I get scared. So
You need the people there with you.
Exactly. It's different. Like if you play a horror game by yourself when nobody's watching, the lights are off, it's just terror. You're just scared. You're getting anxiety. You're probably not going to sleep that night. But when you got people in the chat, takes the scare away, and now it becomes fun. And now you're laughing every time you get scared. Sometimes people are like, "Oh my god," they get scared too. Uh, it's just different, and so I really enjoy. And I wish I could have that audience over on Rumble as well. The people that like horror content. But I don't. Rumble is just built different from YouTube. They like the fast action. I noticed that a long time ago. And I remember asking a question on Twitter or X. I said, "Do you guys prefer Warzone streams or do you prefer horror games?" And a lot of people are like, "Do you like do whatever you want to do?" And I'm like, "Okay, but let's be honest here. You only show up when I play Warzone."
Are you going to show up if I do me? Like, what do you mean?
But then I play a horror game, boom, YouTube blowing up. It's just how it is. That's just how my audience is split.
I was about to say,
So-
aside from the first Warzone stream I did with Kev, and I think Meg was playing with us, but I tried to play a horror game called Unknown Tapes. I don't know if you've ever seen that one. You
No, let
are
me look that-
essentially the point of view of a kid trying to find out what happened to his dad after or when he's going to wherever his dad used to work, a helicopter crashes, and you are essentially in Jurassic Park 2.0.
Okay.
And the game picks up your mic so the dinosaurs can hear you if you're talking. And
Oh,
there's directional sound, so but it's good enough to tell you where the dinosaurs are, but not how far away they are. Could be on the other
Okay.
side of the wall, could be like 100 yards away from you. And when you're walking through a cornfield with a raptor running around you, you need to know where it is.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. That looks pretty good.
I got freaked the heck out, and I was just like, "We're going to play golf with friends. I can't do this right now." Haven't been back to it yet.
Or not, were you streaming when you did this or
Oh yeah,
not streaming?
yeah, I was streaming. It was the
Okay.
first gaming stream aside from testing out Warzone with Kev that I did.
Okay.
It was not fun.
I'm gonna add that to my wish list.
Definitely do it. It's a ton of fun.
Okay. It's yeah, man, there's something about it. But if nobody's watching, if you got nobody there with you, you're just scared. But on stream it's fun.
Yeah. What's your favorite horror game? Like if you had to pick one to go back to.
I know
what would that
already.
be?
I know already.
Uh-oh.
The baby in yellow. I finished the game on YouTube.
Let me see.
It's amazing. I love the game, the story, the jump scares, all of it. You're a babysitter to a baby that is basically Lucifer or something. He's just the spawn of the devil. And he can be cute and fun at times, but then out of nowhere, yeah, that baby will haunt you.
I'm looking at a
I
picture
love-
of it. What is that?
Man, it's so good. It's
I don't like it.
yeah, you're like a nanny. So you get hired to watch this baby while the parents go either on a date or go to work or something. But these parents don't know that their baby is actually like the spawn of evil, like the devil or something.
That's
So to
hilarious.
them, yeah, they just think they have a normal baby, but whenever they're not there and you're watching that baby, he will put you in different dimensions, and then you got to find this baby, try to feed him, try to give him what he wants. It's a really good game. It's a really good game.
Seems
Great
tedious.
story too. Yeah. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's pretty easy. It's a pretty easy game. A few puzzles. Most horror games, I feel like they throw puzzles in there to kind of extend the duration of the game. I feel like that's done intentionally. But
Yeah.
oh, wait a minute. Did they have an update on this?
Uh-oh. Dude, you gonna have another
Oh.
playthrough?
I'm gonna have to, because I don't have any Baby in Yellow streams on Rumble. This is all YouTube.
Yeah, dude, I'll be there. My go-to, I wish I could replay Outlast with no knowledge of what happens. Like the original Outlast game, that was so much fun. Like we had 4 of us sitting around the TV with me playing it, Um, or Resident Evil 7. That was, or not 7. Is it 6? 7. What's the one where
Which
you're
one?
out
The
on
one
the
that
farm, out in the middle of the woods?
is it? Is there like a swamp area
Yep.
kind of? Yeah, 7. That's
Okay.
Biohazard.
Yep. Biohazard. That was like one of my favorite games. I would say Resident Evil 4, but that one's like right when it became more of an action game. But that's what Resident Evil 4 is like one of my all-time favorite games.
Hmm.
I played the crap out of the remake.
Yeah, I played 7 late. I played Resident Evil Village 8
Mhm.
first, and I liked it. I specifically liked Lady Dimitrescu. She was
I
nice
wonder
to look
why.
at. um, yeah, that was a cool game, but everybody kept telling me play 7, play 7, and I'm like, I don't know, guys. Like the environment just looks gross. Like I don't know if this
Yeah,
is
it's
my
kind of the point.
thing. Yeah. But I played it. I was like, okay, this is actually way scarier than Resident Evil Village.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was good. So I streamed that one after Village on YouTube as well. I believe it's
Hold
on.
on. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I think I just remembered something.
Yeah,
Did
yeah. I don't know if I have it on Rumble, but
did I play it on my old gaming channel? I'm just scrolling. Oh, I did play Resident Evil 7 on my old gaming channel. I have 5 parts of it. I completely forgot about that. That was 7 years ago or 9 years ago. Dang.
wow, that's how long ago it came out.
That makes me feel old. Goodness
Yeah, I don't.
gracious. I didn't realize I played or my YouTube channel from back in the day is that old.
Okay, I don't have it on Rumble. Yeah.
The difference. This one has 23 subscribers and 62 videos, and I'm over 500 now on Rumble.
Wow.
I had no idea what
Yeah.
I was doing on YouTube, but I did realize that I had a knack for editing and with very limited. Like I did everything off of free softwares. Like I made our intro song before you could use AI to make intros.
Yeah.
Um, and then I made like a little intro video and outro. I might have to do a video where I go back and watch one of my old gameplays.
Yeah, actually started doing that recently. I started to watch some of my old streams back when everything was just about having fun, and I made myself laugh several times. I was like, "Wow, I said that? Okay." So,
I want to hear how bad
yeah.
this audio is. Hold on.
All right.
Oh my god! All I did was unmute it for like 2 seconds. That sounds awful. I don't even know if that's watchable on stream. That's been one of the problems I've had for the longest time is trying to get my audio to sound right.
Mhm.
If you can't tell, Kevin hooked me up.
Oh, there you
So
go.
that's why I sound so nice and crisp.
Yeah. That was an issue for me too when I started. But then I learned, I started educating myself on compressors and all this other, a few other things, so that I was able to turn like I had a Razer mic, that's a crappy mic. Uh, but I was able to make it sound good based on the compressors and filters that I was able to put on it. But now I got a better mic. I got a Audio Technica, I believe it is. And I also have my settings on there too. But yeah, I would say that's like the biggest thing for like when people ask me when they want to be new streamers, they're like, what should I focus on first? They said the content, this is the thumbnail. And I say number one is your mic. That's number one is your mic. Number
Camera's
two, your
2.
thumbnail.
Oh,
Yeah.
my camera
Well,
was a major downside for a long time.
yeah, if you're using camera, then yes, I would say number
Yes.
2. If you're not using camera, then I would say thumbnail. But if you're using camera, then number 2 3 will be thumbnail. And then 4, that is you figuring out your style, getting comfortable talking to people or talking to nobody.
That's my old Chinese camera.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was not good.
I mean, I don't have a good camera. I got a Elgato 4K 60 hertz camera. I mean, it's all right. It's okay.
I was
But
about to
I
say,
don't
I
have
went
it
out
on
and bought
4K.
an actual camera. I got a Canon R50V, I
Wow.
think is which I was shooting videos for a commercial for a company. So I figured I owed it to them to have good video quality.
Yeah. I want to get one of those because I just got this webcam thing up here and it does the job.
Dude,
But
I'll tell you
I
where to
wish it
go
was a
find
little better.
one for a good price. Go to Canon and look for a refurbished one. The one I got
Refurbished. Okay.
looks brand new. So,
Okay.
which one,
Yeah.
Jorva? You said it's a good camera. We're both talking about our cameras.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what's
What
what's
was
been
I
your
gonna say?
favorite thing to improve on your streams?
I
Like, what did
believe it
you
or not,
go ahead? I I
I
think I asked the
I
question wrong.
no, it's okay. I still enjoy making thumbnails. That's one of my favorite things to do is making thumbnails
Mhm.
and continue to improve them. And this is something I was talking to Jorba over the phone just a couple days ago. It's like we look at our thumbnails, we're like, oh man, this is good. But then a year later, we'll be like, what the hell was I thinking? Like, what I'm doing now is way better than what I did a year ago. And that's very true. And you want to say that. You want to be
Yep.
able to say, that was bad, this is better. Because if you don't say that, you're not really improving. So I still like making thumbnails. I did, once I took my break, I canceled all my subscriptions to Adobe because I had basically the full Adobe suite. I had this AI thing called Free Pick AI, and I was able to put Cosmic's character on there. That way, he generates consistently looking the same or pretty close to. So I canceled all of that. I mean, I was paying like $200 a month in subscriptions just for editing. Um, so now I'm working with other software that are free, like Affinity and DaVinci's Resolve, and it's been great with those. Um, and I started doing Chat GPT as well. Jorba hates that I do Chat GPT. And it's not perfect. It can be hit or miss. I would say 50% of the time is good. The other 50, no good. So I do that, and then I throw it into Affinity. I fix a bunch of things, and yeah, go from there. So I really enjoy making new thumbnails every time and improving them. And here pretty soon, I'm gonna start making better overlays, stuff like that, to kind of make the stream visually appealing. Today, I actually introduced a new countdown screen.
Mhm.
So that was on today's stream, and I was really proud to make that one. I really liked it. So
Dude,
yeah, just
I'm looking at my old thumbnails, and my goodness, they're horrible. Like, hold on.
I mean,
I'm going to give away what it. I haven't mentioned what the name of it was, but um, that's like the quality of the old school
let's see.
thumbnails. It was not good.
Is this your channel?
Yeah,
Okay. I mean, hey, we all start somewhere. I did that too.
yeah, it was not good.
Yeah, I was so embarrassed of the stuff I did. I actually deleted so many live streams because I just could not stand looking at it, or I didn't like how I performed on that live stream. And I wish I would have left it so that today I can look back and be like, wow, I came a
Look how
long
far
way.
I've come. Yeah,
Yeah.
uh, yeah. I mean, I couldn't even delete anything off that channel if I wanted to. I lost the login to that years ago, and have not been able to get back. Uh, I think I lost the account that is the backup email to that account. Um, but yeah, I used to Man, it was all over the place with video games. Like we're playing Black Ops, Tomb Raider, Banjo Tooie, um, Pokemon, Doom, Batman, Resident Evil. Like I said, um, I think our best video that we ever did was Bendy and the Ink Machine. It has over 4.3 thousand views. And I know for a fact the audio quality in that one is absolute garbage because my mic wasn't even plugged in for the first half of the video. It wasn't until the first jump scare of the game. I was sitting there making fun of it. Have you ever played Bendy and the Ink Machine?
No.
Okay, so it's like a messed up Walt Disney, like the actual studios and the characters have come to life because of the ink. And I'm sitting there, I was like, dude, this game isn't scary. Like, how is it ever going to be scary? And whatever Bendy, which is like Mickey Mouse, pops through this like opening, and I was in the middle of saying something, and it scared me enough to where I jumped out of the seat, and it was one of those metal folding chairs. The chair folded up on me, so I just went straight back down to the ground. And that's when I was underneath the desk, essentially. I was like, oh, my mic's not even plugged in. Cool. So they haven't been able to hear me the whole time.
Yeah, and you hate that because you're like, nobody's telling you. Nobody's like saying, hey, man, your mic not working.
We were recording. So I pretty much bumped up the background volume on his microphone to where you can kind of hear me.
Yeah.
So we weren't even streaming back then.
Yeah, dude, I hate that because I'm one of those that I like preparation. I like to make sure everything's right where it needs to be. And many times my mic just was not, I don't know, it plugged in, but it just wasn't working for some reason. So I'll be talking and doing my little intro and just telling people like this and that. So all you hear is like, and people are just spamming, we can't hear you. But because I used to have a big like green, it wasn't even a green screen, it was like a green room. So like my walls were all green, the ceiling was green, the floor was green, so I could walk all over the place. It just looked like I had a massive space, and I did. It was a massive room. So because yeah, so I would be all the way over there, and I'm talking and saying all these things, and then when I get to my chair, I see everybody saying we can't hear you, but I couldn't see it because I'm all the way down there. So yeah, that was really frustrating, but I've learned that, you know, if you have a bad moment, just roll with it. Just make fun of it. Keep it rolling. Make a short out of it. You know.
I got a funny story about that. The first ever Resurrecting Truth podcast that we recorded. I'm sitting there. I was having a slow day at work, and I just happened to have my laptop with me. I was like, nothing's going on. I'm going to edit this video real quick. So I just popped in one earbud, and I was like, oh man, you can barely hear me. What's going on? So I had to go in and I sliced up because it's like a question and answer format, and I was asking the questions. So I had to go slice before and after I asked a question, and then jack the volume up to where I could hear it. Did that for a 2-hour podcast, which was, I think the recording time was like 3 hours. There's a lot of in between.
Mm-hmm.
Did all this editing, get to the end, and I think I was using wireless headphones, so that one had died, and I put in the other one. Dude, I was peeking out the thing because it recorded in what's the word I'm looking for? You have stereo and mono. So it recorded in stereo. So I was editing only hearing what was coming through the left mic in my left ear. And then jumping up mine because it was the echo you could hear from me talking across the room. And I was just like, oh, now I got to re-edit the entire episode because there's so many chops that the volumes are different on.
That's so frustrating because especially if you had a good one and you're like, man, this is a good one. And then something just goes off like that, goes wrong.
Yeah, and then the second one, I figured out that how to record in mono to where it's the same in both ears,
Mhm.
and because I learned that there was no fixing if it's recorded in stereo, you cannot merge it together to sound normal with the
Yep.
software I was using, and I the second one, the microphones were so low that I had to jack up the volume on the entire thing. But if you jack it up, like I'm more of a soft speaker when I'm not
Mhm.
like being animated, and Pastor Rick is very loud naturally. So I had to go and split everything up again and try to equalize everything individually.
Yeah.
Then I got wireless mics and they were good and consistent, but the audio was like if the normal audio levels up here, my audio levels seemed to be like down here for some reason. I had to put it at like 200% volume to get
Wow.
it to sound normal.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
yeah, this has been the first microphone that's actually worked since I plugged, like, just out of the box, put it together, and it's like, oh, it sounds great.
Yeah. 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 It's crazy how just a different brand, different company will just make a big difference. So I know Shure is good. I really like Audio Technica. It's been great for me. Um, but Razer, I mean, I bought the $50 Razer mic. I bought the $100, 50, 150. I even bought the $300 mic, and they just all, I don't know. They don't sound right. There's something off about them.
I think I got a Turtle Beach microphone. I think that was the one. I got a USB microphone, but it sounded really hollow. And I
Yeah.
was just like, Jorvis says never buy anything Razer.
Yeah. Yeah, he's saying that because my mic and my keyboard used to be Razer. He
Dude,
hated it.
I found a company called JLab. I absolutely love their stuff for
I've
like
heard about them.
like this keyboard is the same one I use at work.
Mhm.
It is like I can sit here and make sure I'm not going to tab out of something. Like I can mash buttons and you can't hear it. Like I'm actively hitting the buttons and you can't hear it. They're soft touch.
Yeah, I don't hear it.
So nice.
Yeah, yeah. Jorba hooked me up with a really nice keyboard here. I forgot the brand of it. It was a brand that I've never heard of before, but this thing it's really nice. It's very soft, like analog. Like you don't hear, it's just really nice to press. It's like ASMR.
I was about to say Cosmic's about to do some ASMR for us.
No, I don't know, but
I can hear it when you're doing away from the mic actually. Every now and then I pick it up. Epo
I don't know,
Maker
but
X Awia.
dude, it's
the hell?
like butter smooth. It feels so nice to touch.
It looks awesome.
Yeah. And then he gave me one of his Logitech mouses, which is pretty good. They gave me some issues today, Jorba, over on Call of Duty, but we'll work on that. But but it's decent too. It's pretty good. But yeah, it's crazy how just improving everything from your thumbnails to your setup to your keyboard to your mic to your mouse, how big of a difference that does, not just for you, but just for your content as well. So it's true. Sometimes you got to spend a little bit more money to improve things,
Yeah. I mean, pretty much all my money I've made off of Rumble has went back into improving stuff.
Look into it. Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
I mean, Lauren, my wife, pretty much designed this entire room. I'm in a glorified closet. I mean, it literally is a closet. That's how massive our closets are in our house. Is I've got like
I
a
was
full
in a
desk and everything in here.
Yeah, I was in a very small closet when I first started streaming. And some of the stuff that I do that I look back on YouTube from a year or two ago, it's like, how did I do all of that from a closet? because I would be in a Ferrari, which is that one is easy. You just sit down, but I would be standing. I had a scene where I was at a bar, and I was standing behind a counter on a bar. I had a scene where I was on a yacht behind a mini bar on a yacht. I had a scene where I was at a club playing music. I did so much, and I'm like, I did all of that from a tiny closet. I would just have to, like, the wall behind me. So this is my chairs right here, and the wall is right here. So not much, just maybe 2 feet, a foot and a half of space, and I would just stand my back up against the wall, and I would just, do my thing and talk to people and move things around. But it was really small.
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
It was.
that's the wall, and I'm touching both walls right now.
Yeah, that's how it was. Yep, that's how it was. There was like walls right behind the TV, and then walls right here. I could touch them, and then there's another wall right here. And
Yeah, I got the window is like just like a foot that way, and then you can see the door frame over here. That's the door to go outside.
yeah, it's impressive what you can do even with a small space.
Yeah, I mean, like I've got plenty of foot room. Like my legs are like fully extended under the desk. So
yeah.
But what's been the most challenging thing throughout your entirety of streaming? Like what's the one thing that you look back on, it's like that was the hurdle I had to get over?
For me, it was coming up with a style. I have so many ideas, so many creative ideas, and sometimes I throw them out there and it doesn't make any sense. But trying to stick to a theme, so like CosmicVanDenim, that's like Van Damme, it sounds like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
But I had to, I wanted to make it comical a little bit. But finding that theme, sticking to it, I know I have a bit of an, Spanish accent, so I had to kind of embrace that. So I just went for the whole cartel thing. So I was like an action 80s star, Jean-Claude Van Damme streamer that also speaks Spanish. And I run a cartel that's what I call my community. So that was a really weird mix.
Yeah.
And somehow
it works. The first time I saw you, I was so confused at first because you're like throwing cash at me. I was like, what is happening? And I was just like, once you play along and actually get into it, I was just like, all right, this is awesome. I love it.
Yeah. So I had to play into that guy. Because when I first started streaming on Twitch, that was a mess. That was like crazy. I was wearing a brown hoodie, like oversized hoodie, and I had a fedora and some weird sunglasses.
What's wrong with a brown oversized hoodie? It's what I'm wearing.
Nothing.
Right
It's
now.
very comfortable. It's great. I love it. It was just the style of it. None of it made sense. So I was still calling my community Cosmic Cartel, but yet my look was kind of like mafia. None of it made any sense. So coming up with a new theme that was consistent, Cosmic Cartel, wearing a denim vest, matching my name. But also I want my characters to be viewed as a superstar, Jean-Claude Van Damme, because that's my action, hero, childhood hero.
Love Jean-Claude.
Which, from the movies, not, I heard he did a lot of cocaine and stuff like that. So we're not.
Who didn't back in the day?
Go there.
Hey, what's up, Kate and RGM or RMG? Apparently I have dyslexia today. Great to see you both. Welcome in.
Lexdexia.
Lexdexia.
But yeah, so I think that was the most challenging thing, is coming up with theme and sticking to it and not going too far off where it didn't make any sense.
Yeah, the amount of times I've had to explain Resbot is astronomical. Some people, get it and play along with it, and then some people are just like, that's dumb. I was like, well, it's my thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And
I think sorry, my bad.
I was about to say that's where like I got all my scene, like technically we're in a space excuse me. Technically we're in a spaceship in the campfire room right now for the Rebuild
Mm-hmm.
Initiative. Like that's my theme now.
Yeah, yeah,
And all my scenes are now themed like we're on a spaceship, because I don't know if you have like a bunch of different sets of streaming themes. Like I had one for gaming, one for Campfire Talks, one for Vigilant Watch, and one for like my what I now call the Restoration Lounge, which is like simulators and lo-fi music. Just let it run all day and hang
yeah,
out. But I got tired of it. I was like, how can I get it all into one like package? So then I started building
yeah,
the Rebuild Initiative. I was just like, that's where it's going.
yeah, yeah,
And
and that's what it takes. It's finding a way to put all of it together. I did have a lot of scenes, man. Like, whew, I had like 7, 8 different scenes. I would have my startup scene, and then from the startup scene, I went to a scene where I'm getting in a Ferrari Testarossa and I'm peeling off, and then boom, there I am inside the Ferrari Testarossa, talking to people, listening to music. Uh, and then from there, I would arrive at the house, and now I'm at the balcony. Oh, it's not a house; it's like a mansion. So in the mansion, there's like a balcony scene, and then I'm walk out into the balcony from a distance. So you would see me very small, and then behind, like far away, you could see Doctor Disrespect, like arena and stuff like that. Um, so because I always kind of wanted to blend into his world a little bit. I always liked what he did. Um, so and then from there, I said, all right, follow me. Let's go inside. So then I would go into my talking room. It's like the cartel room. I would talk to people and stuff like that. And then every time I finished the game, I would go into a room called the Wall of Completion. And I would have, it was just a wall with a bunch of empty portraits. And only the portraits, like if I finished the game, that game's like a thumbnail or whatever will go on that portrait. So there will be like 70 portraits and about 20 portraits that are filled with games that I finished.
that's actually a really
So
cool idea.
yeah, so I had that. I stopped it because I don't know, it
Played
was
too many
just too
games.
much. Yeah, it was too many games, and my PC just couldn't handle all of that. There was just too many scenes, too many things moving, too much going on. So I had to cut down and say, you know what, less is better. So I do want to bring back the Ferrari again. I
I
might
was
be
about to
bringing
say,
that back.
I do love the Ferrari intro. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like in this package, I have a start, or I have like the pre-stream, like a pause screen and an end stream, and then I have a countdown for each type of stream I do, because the logo changes and the timer glitches. And then I have like a cockpit, a concession stand, a theater, Rumblecade. I have a coffee stand, a game stand, like like a GameStop or something like that. And then I have two game scenes, one for like if I'm on camera, one for like if I'm off camera. So I've got a lot of different scenes to switch through.
It's fun. I mean, honestly, it's fun to do that. It's really fun. It's just sometimes it can be hard to put it all together, make it make sense. At least for me, that was the hard part. I had too much
Definitely.
going on. So
I've had Lauren, or I should just call her Lady Rez. It'd be a lot more convenient so people know who I'm talking about.
okay.
She's had to rein me in a couple of times. Like I was trying to create this scene for Vigilant Watch to make it look, it kind of looked janky, and I was trying to animate it and it wasn't animating right. So it's like, let me recreate this and make it a little bit simpler. And then I absolutely love the way that it looked. I was like, oh, that's a problem. Now I want all of the other scenes to look like that. And she goes,
Yeah.
no, just change the colors to make it match the other ones and you'll be fine. I was like, fine. Don't want to.
Yep. Yep.
But dude, it's oh, I didn't mean to ask, what's your favorite Van Damme movie? I don't know if I asked you that last time.
No, I don't think you did. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to go with Universal Soldier.
That's a good one.
I think a lot of people say Bloodsport or Kickboxer, and those were good, definitely.
Way to call me
you know,
out.
those
That's
are
exactly what I was going to say was Bloodsport.
Yeah, I mean they're great movies. Don't get me wrong, but I grew up with Universal Soldier, and there was just something about that movie that just hooked me to Jean-Claude Van Damme, and I was like, man, I really like this actor.
Would you have hated me if
Um,
I would have said Expendables 2? 3? Which one was he in? Was it 2 or
See,
3?
I think it was 3,
Okay.
but I know he was on there. But did he even do any acting besides talking?
I don't know. I didn't watch them. I watched the first one.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, that was cool. And then I watched like half of the second one. I was like, why am I watching this?
yeah. I don't remember him doing a whole lot of action on there. Maybe he did. I remember it differently, but
Mhm.
I was a little disappointed. I feel like for him, he should have just had a bigger role.
Yeah.
I like Jet Li. I love Jet Li, and Jet Li had a bigger role than Van Damme. But Van Damme is like an OG. I mean, so is Jet Li, but Van Damme came like 20 years
Way
before
before.
Jet Li.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
I was about to say aside from the scene where um, Sylvester Stallone breaks his neck because he fell on the rocks or bricks, the only thing I can remember about the original Expendables was the really amazing truck that Sly drove that murdered out F-100 from back in the day. The one that gets shot up like near the end. That's the
I
only
need
thing
to
I can
rewatch
remember.
that. Yeah. I
Because I
think
was
the
so upset that they
Expendables.
shot it up. I was like, come on, no, not the truck.
Man, the Expendables has so much potential. I mean, there's so many action stars on there, great cast. But personally, I feel like it could have been better than what it was.
Yeah.
If it felt like it's a movie, if you're like a full testosterone guy, like if
Yeah.
but the story was just, I don't know, mediocre. Story
Well,
was mediocre. The action was great, but story, yeah.
if they would have filmed it 5, maybe 10 years before they actually filmed it, I think it would have been 10 times as great. Like same
Yes,
actors,
I
but
agree with
just a
that.
little bit younger. It would have been absolutely phenomenal.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree. And for the time too, I feel like Expandables should be like a early 2000 movie. You know,
Yeah, that would have fit in
2000,
perfectly. Just
2002.
over the
Perfect.
top action.
Yeah, yeah. Even, you know, because a lot of the Stallone movies was like 80s, 90s. Even if it came out in the 90s, people that would blow people's minds away, like in the 90s.
Yeah,
So,
you would have caught a couple of those actors in their prime.
yep,
So,
yep,
do
yep.
you like horror movies?
I do, yeah.
See, I used to be a big fan of horror movies, and ever since coming back to like the church and stuff like that, it's kind of sad, but it kind of lost all of its luster. I don't feel the same towards them. I
Yeah.
guess it's kind of the same for horror games too, I guess. But still like Resident Evil. I guess I'm just
Yeah.
picky on what I watch now.
Yeah, I think horror movies, they tend to have, at least nowadays, they tend to have better stories than action movies or something else. The stories seem more interesting to me, at least, in horror movies nowadays. Where before it was kind of weird and more about just a scare. And some of them, don't get me wrong, some of them are still like that. Like I don't get the Terrifier. There's like
I
a
haven't watched
cult.
them.
Yeah, like there's like it has a cult following and it's all just gore.
I will say
I
one
don't
of
watch that. I don't watch the gore. I want a good story that
one
scares
of
me.
my favorite movies that I love to make Lady Rez watch because she hates clowns is Killer Clowns from
Mm.
Outer Space. Or
Oh,
Killer
yeah,
Clowns from
yeah.
Mars, Outer Space. But it's like so over the top and wacky that it makes no sense. Like they get turned into like cotton candy meat bags, and the clowns drink it.
That
But I
sounds
will
like my
say
stream when I started.
the crazy part is that the if you think about most like rom-coms and stuff like that, like, and I'm switching focus a little bit to be, biblically thinking. If you think about like The Notebook, I know I'm probably going to get
Mhm.
some hate for this. The girl's sleeping around, right?
Yeah.
She was sleeping with one guy and then she left to go. I don't really know the story. I know that she ended up getting engaged to another guy and then she cheats on him with the first dude. The whole moral of the story is about sin. But
Yeah.
but it's not like, oh, they're bad for doing this or doing that. Like, it's celebrated. But if you look at a horror
Yeah, they're
movie,
romanticized.
it's very clear who the bad guy is. Jason's running around murdering people. Like, there's not, I mean, there's sometimes where they have redeeming qualities where they kill people you don't like the T-Rex in Jurassic Park eating the lawyer. Um,
Yeah.
but it's crazy to think that, horror movies are a better representation of good versus evil than, most normal movies are.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that. I actually had a conversation with somebody about that recently. Most romance movies nowadays are about a woman, having an affair, cheating on that guy, and then going back to this other guy because she made a mistake, but then that guy just forgives her and takes her back, and then boom, the ultimate love story. It's always like the woman messing up and then the other guy just saying, "Okay,
Yeah, okay.
whatever, come back." Yeah. That's like the trend on romance movies for women nowadays. They romanticize that infidelity, that it's okay. But then when you think about what are romance movies for men, we got two. We got Marley and Me about a dog,
Never seen it.
and
I
number two
refuse
is
to watch it.
Brokeback Mountain.
I've never seen that either. Obvious reasons.
Never seen Brokeback Mountain, but that's what they got for men. When you think about a men's romance movie, Marley and Me, that's about a dog, and Brokeback Mountain is about another man.
How did you get
So
Jorba to pop back up by talking about Brokeback Mountain? Jorba, you got something you want to tell us, buddy? I'm just
he
kidding,
knows
brother.
I'm right. He knows I'm right. Hollywood is doing something to us. They're trying to say, hey, ladies, you should absolutely go out there and sleep with all the guys you want, and then your true love will take you back. But
He's just out here exposing you. He said he's my secret lover.
oh man, I don't know. I think it's kind of ridiculous. Hollywood they're always trying to push some agenda or something out there.
Yeah.
But it's very true. Like, to your point, is horror movies, it's very clear about who the bad guy is. Action movies, halfway through or not even halfway, you can find out who the good guy is, who the bad guy is. But now you involve romance and feelings, and all of a sudden everything is okay, everything is good, nobody's bad. Yeah, I disagree. I highly disagree with that.
Yeah. I saw a comedian one time. He was like, the Notebook is like the most beloved romance movie by all females. He goes, all you
Yeah.
got to do, flip the genders.
Oh,
Make it
man.
a guy that is cheating on a girl, and that is the most hated romance movie ever. And
Yeah,
he goes,
yeah.
because I even got a name for it. We'll call it the Playbook.
The play.
I was just like, I mean, he's got a point.
Yeah.
They would.
It's true. It's a double standard, man. It's annoying because I hate double standards. I call it out, and yeah, I'm not. Cosmic is smooth with the ladies, but me in real life, not that I'm not smooth, but I definitely call out anything that's like unfair or double standards. And when I switch the roles, just like you said, I say, well, what if I did this? Oh, yeah, I don't want you to do that. Well, why did you do it? You see, it's like, I don't know. I definitely call that out. Maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just walk away. But yeah.
Hey, we got one sane person. Kate says, I can't stand the Notebook.
I haven't watched it. I want to watch it. I should watch it. I like Ryan Gosling. I think Ryan Gosling is a great actor.
I was forced to watch it one time, and I can't remember anything about it.
Yeah, I haven't.
Kate, you missed it earlier. Cosmic was telling us why he is terrified to come back to West Virginia because he went to Silent Hill.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a quite the story there. Quite the town.
Yeah. So you mentioned earlier about when you were working out, staring at yourself in the mirror. Uh, you're reading your Bible. I've found I do a men's group all the time where we go do like a high intensity workout and then have Bible study as a group of men afterwards.
Mhm.
There's something, and we're sitting around a campfire, kind of like we find ourselves tonight, even though it's virtual. Um, I find that the talks that you have biblically, and I don't know if you're like me, um, I talk to myself after like reading the Bible, kind of like asking my questions about what I just read.
Mhm.
I find that when you have that physical exhaustion on top of, ingesting God's word, I feel like it sinks in better and kind of it numbs your overthinking brain, if I can use that
Yes.
term, and actually allows you to absorb. Um, did you feel the same way when you were doing how you described earlier?
Yes, 100%. There is something about that exhaustion. It's almost relaxing, and
Hmm.
then you're reading. So I like reading Proverbs a lot, and I'll reread Proverbs because Proverb is a book of wisdom, um, and the do's and don'ts, and sometimes it'll explain why or give you, make you question like why would you like one of them is like for example, like a man's biggest weakness throughout history, and even biblically, since the beginning of time, has been lust.
Hmm.
Every other sin a man can battle and overcome, but Jesus said is the one sin you should flee from. Um, Turn around the other way and run as fast as you can. And the Proverbs talks a lot about that. Um, I forgot where I was going with that, but
We were talking about exhaustion, how it allows you to get to the point to where your thinking brain's turned off and
yeah,
whatnot.
yeah, and that's something that I did struggle too. In the past, I was never that person. I was always I would say I was a good guy for a long time, and some things happened to me that instead of seeking forgiveness or seeking help, I decided to seek revenge, and I should never have done that. And that had a hold on me for a very long time. So every time I read Proverbs, there's a lot about that on there, about a man and flee from this, be careful with this, do not entertain it, do not be around it. Um, so when I'm working out and I'm exhausted, I that message specifically hits me because it's something that I struggled with a long time ago. And it's something that even though I don't struggle with anymore, I feel guilty about. Like I just feel like, man, I've done these bad things and I wish I never did. Because I don't feel like I'm that good guy that I used to be, as much as I try to be right now, I don't.
I get that
Um,
feeling a lot.
yeah. So, but I am better than what I was yesterday. I am much better than what I was last year. And I'm much better than what I was 5 years ago. Much, much better. So, yeah, that exhaustion, you just feel a sense of calm from it. And you do absorb the message a lot better, I would say. And it's hard to describe. It's not something that is easily understood unless you experience it. You just got to do it.
Mhm.
Work out, get tired, and you're not thinking about anything else except what you're reading in that moment. It's, yeah, it's,
Jorva
it's
says
different.
he's a terrible human, let me tell you.
Yeah,
um,
not perfect, but
we're
yeah.
kind of coming towards the end here today. Like I said earlier, I literally drove for like 10 hours today. And
Oh
I
man,
know that doesn't seem like a lot, but compared to what you used to
it
do,
is a
I'm
lot.
sure.
It
Um,
is a lot.
but what's been, let's just call it a year since you've been on here. What's been the biggest takeaway? And it could be either streaming wise or in your life. If you could give anyone a piece of advice that you've learned over the last year, what would that be?
I would say most things that we witness or we think about are misunderstood. A lot of times we think that we know how something really is or how someone really is, but people are layers upon layers upon layers of things that they go through in life, emotions that they feel, things that they've experienced, childhood stuff, that still affects us today and how we think and how we cope and process information. I've learned to be more forgiving towards people. So I would say that more people should give others a chance and realize that they're human too, capable of mistakes just like you are.
Oops. Sorry.
I think that is the biggest takeaway for me is nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect, and that's okay. We just got to choose to love, respect each other, and go towards a positive and more transformative path.
That's beautiful,
So,
my friend. I don't know how to top that. So, as always, you stream Tuesdays and Saturdays normally. Is that still the
I try
same
to.
schedule?
Yeah, it might change to Mondays and Saturdays,
Mhm.
but that all depends on life and stuff. So sometimes I don't stream for a full week, but Monday, Tuesday, Saturdays, you'll catch me one of those days. Yeah.
And where else can people find you aside from YouTube and Rumble?
So YouTube, Rumble, and also on Twitter or X. I'm also on there. And I do have a Spotify, but I don't really post any more music on there. I only have like 3 songs, but they're okay.
Is that under
But yeah,
CosmicVanDenim?
Yes. Yep.
We'll have to go check that
CosmicVanDenim.
out. I didn't know about that.
Yep. And I'm also on Instagram. There's a little bit more personal stuff on there. Also CosmicVanDenim as well. So same handle, Instagram, Rumble, YouTube, and Twitter, X.
Yeah, I was about to say, you caught me off guard when you followed me at first because it just said your first name. I was like, who just followed me? And then I saw the @ I was like, oh, I know exactly who that is.
Yep. That's me.
It took me a minute, but as always, man, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me tonight.
Of course, man.
It's
Thank
a pleasure as always.
Same. Likewise.
And I look forward to hanging out more often. I'd like to actually game with you sometime.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Free up some time, dude. I've been so busy lately.
Yeah, I get it. I get it, man.
I've said for like 2 months straight, I was like, I'm going to do some more gaming stuff, and then I just haven't done any gaming.
Yeah, hey, it's okay. Life happens. But yeah, let's definitely let's do a horror game together or something.
Yeah,
A few jump
I
scares.
might have a couple of mine. We'll talk about it behind the scenes here in a second. But
right,
guys, remember, have a blessed rest of your night. I'm going to send you over to Meg's. It seems appropriate. My screen just freaked out there for a second. But guys, I hope you have a blessed rest of your night, and go say hello to Meg for me. And just remember, you guys light the fire. We pick up the torch and run with it. And until next time, God bless you all.